Hello and welcome back to another review with me, Kevin from Kevin Grant on Whiskey. This week we're heading back to Campbelltown. We're going for Glen Scotia this time, and this is the 18-year-old. Glen Scotia is not something I've had a lot of. I've tended to lean towards Springbanks and Kilkennans, but I was at a tasting the other night and it was Loch Lomond and Glen Scotia, owned by the same group, Loch Lomond group. And I got to try some of these things and they were sensational. I really think it's opened a brand new door for me, and in that I do remember having the double cask Glen Scotia, which I think value for money is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I'll be picking a bottle up soon, hopefully. So we're going for the 18-year-old here, Glen Scotia, from Campbelltown, one of 3 distilleries down there. As I said, it's owned by the Loch Lomond Group, and it's one of the oldest distilleries as well. At one point in time in Campbelltown, there was over 30 distilleries in the region. Only 3 have survived till today. So it was founded in 1832, so a long time ago, by the Galbraith and the Stewart family. If you look at kind of brief history at the start of its life to the 2000s, it just kind of turns itself in its head. So back in the day, so 1895, I've got here is Duncan McCallum buys a distillery. So Duncan McCallum's came in, he's bought the distillery off, and then it was sold in 1919. So, 20 years later, and then I've got, my numbers are a wee bit over here. That was a lot of numbers to try and take in. So it was sold in 1919 to the West Highland Malt Distillers, and then Duncan buys it back 5 years later. So they went bust, the West Highland Malt Distillers, and obviously there's been a lot there for Duncan McCallum to say, I'm going to buy this back. So he buys it back, but then we fast forward into 1930, where unfortunately Duncan McCallum committed suicide. So we go to the 80s, production halts from 84 to 89, Loch Lomond come in and buy the group, and then we get into the 2000s. So Glen Scotia was always looking for a revamp. It just kind of sat dormant. The distillery was old and not really cared for, and no one just had that passion to kind of take over and bring it to what this liquid can be. So we go to 2007, Michael Henry, the master blender, master distiller at Loch Lomond, has helped and brought forward Glen Scotia, the rebrand, the different age statements that came out. But we look at a homegrown, homebred from Campbelltown, Ian McAllister, the one that has been one of the forefront as well. So Ian and Michael Henry have worked together unbelievably hard and brought us this. And the distillery's got visitor centres now, it's new branding, really cared for, quality casks kept on site. There's so many good things coming from it. And you've got the passion there and the local knowledge of McAllister, and then you've got the brain, as he was known as for Glen Scotia, as Michael Henry. Put that two together with passion and knowledge, and you've got this absolutely fine specimen of a liquid. You can see there's not much left. Unfortunately, at the tasting, I was not able to participate as I had the car. So I've got a couple here. So Fiona, who took the Loch Lomond and Glen Scotia tasting, she was phenomenal. The passion, enthusiasm, everything that she done was just top quality. I think she got a standing ovation at the end as well from the first ever group that we ran. So it was quite, it was amazing to be there. I had a wee dram the night I got home, but I didn't really get to sit and enjoy it. I do remember it just, I really enjoyed it at the time. So we're going to delve into this. We're going to give it a taste. We're going to try and break down flavours, cask makeup, and see what we like. But an 18-year-old, 46%, non-chill filtered, natural colour, Glen Scotia from Campbelltown. So let's see. We've got the makeup of this is first fill bourbon and then refill American hogshead, and then it's had its final 12 months in sherry Oloroso. So I'm expecting kind of tropical notes with hits of little bits of spice, softer sweet notes with it, toffees maybe, and a little bit of maybe sea breeze. That's what I can picture in my head. So let's see what we get on the nose here. It has got that for me, a traditional Campbelltown smell I usually get is a little bit of that sea breeze. It's right on the coast. If I close my eyes, I can picture myself on the kind of at the pier there with all the boats, just being in the middle of Campbelltown. There's that, it's like a kind of soft burnt toffee, no smoke whatsoever, no peat, nothing. Oily. It's got a wee tinge of tropical there. There's something else I'm missing, I can't. It has a kind of like dried red fruits at the end, and it just sticks to the glass. You can tell this is oily. That's with the age, the maturation it's had in that cask, and the time it's been able to find its character. Let's try this on the palate, and we'll go back and get some more nosing because there's something I'm missing. Slange, everyone. It's chewy. It's chewy. Again, soft spice. That 12 months in Oloroso is just giving it that little bit of extra depth to it. 46%. It's soft. The age, it's hard to say what in a whiskey tastes older, but this does. If you try 10-year-old whiskies and things, you can see there's a lot more laid back approach to it. It's quite settled, rounded, approachable. So on the nose now, having that wee taste and now kind of they're mixing together. Sea breeze, slight salty note, burnt toffee, dried red fruits there. There's something else I just can't figure out what it is. So on here in the front it says aromatic and spicy, 46%. On the back we've got non-chill filtered as well. That's enjoyable. It's a very approachable dram. It's one, when we done the tasting, I think we done the Loch Lomond single grey and the 14-year-old, 18-year-old Loch Lomond, 18-year-olds Glen Scotia, and then two kind of single casks, one Loch Lomond, one Glen Scotia. I think this was third in the lineup as well. So the way that the tasting went was more the kind of lighter, approachable drams moved on to the kind of heavier, big hitting, bolder flavours. So this was third in the lineup, and I wish I was able to drink it at the time and take it all in and appreciate it all, but appreciating it now. I'm enjoying this. As I say, there is just something just on my nose I can't get, but the price point, if you look at price point, you're over £100 for this. Obviously it's a little bit pricey, but the quality I would say is there. Wee bit of spice at the end. So oily, so mouth coating, memorable dram. It's sitting there on a nice day. It's coming home on a rainy day. It's coming home on a good day, coming home on a bad day. This feels like a dram that you could reach for in any kind of situation you've been in and what type of day you've had celebrating. I find it very relaxed. I feel quite relaxed drinking this. I'm not going to say it's overly complicated. That it is just, for me, I'm just missing one wee thing on the nose there, and I can't picture or figure out what it is. Does it mean I don't enjoy it? Definitely not. I'm enjoying this. I like it. I would buy a bottle, a full one, in time, for sure. The only issue I've got with it is it's not shelf friendly. So when I try and put it on my shelf, it's just a wee bit too tall. That's the only downfall of the bottle, but it stands out. You see it on a shelf, you see it in shops and things like that. You know that's a Glen Scotia bottle. But I'm enjoying it. I'm going to sit back. I need to go and try and figure out this wee last tasting note because it's quite annoying me. But the thing to test here is the whiskey. Do we enjoy it? Yes, that should always be the question. Find tasting notes later that you like. But I've enjoyed it. I quite like the bourbon maturation with that soft finish on the sherry oloroso. And you can definitely tell that little finish, that little seasoning, the vatting all together has definitely brought out that wee bit of extra character to it. But sea breeze, burnt toffee, dried red fruits, oily, viscous, and all round enjoyable. So thanks for everyone for tuning in, thanks for subscribing, thanks for leaving comments. I'm trying to get back to them as best as I can just now. If you want to see weekly content, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave me a comment on this and see if you can help me out find that missing note that I can't find out. But I'm going to go and sit back. I'm going to finish this off. A wee bit of sun today. It's the Masters week, the golf, my most favourite tournament in the whole entire world. So I'm going to find some nice whiskies to sit and have maybe a wee flight whilst I watch some of my favourites play on the most beautiful golf course on the planet. So everyone, have a safe weekend, have an enjoyable weekend if you're having a dram. Slange to you. And as always, I've been Kevin from Kevin Grant Whiskey. Join me next week. Let's talk whiskey. Slange.